Did y'all know that HBO is producing a docuseries about QAnon?
QAnon?
Mm-hmm. The
No.
whole conspiracy
But it
theory.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer for it, and it's got like all the, the shocking, like crazy tags about how it's so disturbing to see this rabbit hole people are going through online, and like we've never seen anything like this before. And that really bothered me because the truth is we have actually seen stuff like this before, and it's called the Satanic Panic. And that is a very, very prescient subject in American culture. And it has a lot to do with the album that we're talking about today and this band in general. Number of the Beast, the 82 album by Iron Maiden, it absolutely sent the, just the religious community.
Oh my gosh.
And really just anybody who didn't like metal and didn't like a more kind of... Really anyone that was kind of vaguely controversial, just sent them right in a tizzy and just made them absolutely lose their shit. And I loved reading the reactions to the band when they were accused of that.
Steve Harris is like, just read the lyrics. Like, this has nothing to do with that. But okay.
Yeah, it's I'm sure that's very frustrating. But at the same time, there's no way like all that backlash had to make them so popular and had so much money and just gave you a nice little badge to wear that you could get under that many people's skin.
Right.
I mean, that's I can appreciate that, and I hope that part of them at the very least feels the same way.
Yeah.
Think about, at that period of time, like, so they. First album was 80. What else did you have besides Sabbath that have that kind of imagery? You know what I mean? Like Eddie, the skeleton character that they're known for.
Their mascot.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was really nothing like that shocking. Maybe Alice Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The stage performances and stuff.
Some gore.
You think there were public burnings of Alice Cooper's records?
I can see it.
I'm sure.
I can see it. Ozzy? Well,
Sabbath.
Yeah.
That was
Ozzy.
Same kind of thing.
Awesome.
I was just seeing how like when they toured to promote this album, they had to I think they had to cancel or reschedule a bit because of like just boycotts and just visceral levels of backlash.
All the stuff about people weren't burning the album; they were destroying it with hammers because they didn't want to inhale the fumes.
Oh my god,
I'm
really?
dead serious,
That is nuts.
Didn't want to inhale the vapors.
At first when you were tying QAnon to this, I was like, really? But when you tell me stuff like that, that's
it's
nuts.
just this whole...
The number of the beast.
The move,
Right.
And I say that because it's the whole notion of there's this evil force out there and it's kind of influencing your kids and it's like all the people that were like really propping up that idea, a lot of them were, you gotta remember the 80s is the age of the rise of televangelism. And those people are tied up in so much bullshit. It's staggering. Just the financial schemes
Miracle
alone.
Man. Have you ever heard that song?
Yes.
The Ozzy song?
Yep.
How was that about those guys?
That was the reason at the time. Just a nice little segue. Talk about a nice little album.
Oddly enough, I don't know if you were the background on this, but I think they said when they were recording it, so it was like a really short recording period, like 5 weeks, but like in the studio they reported like some odd phenomena, like I know, kind of gimmicky.
I feel like I've heard
like,
this about a lot of albums.
Like flickering lights and all that kind of stuff, and like someone's car broke down and the bill was like 666 pounds or something. Like, I know.
Okay. This album is brought to us by our co-host Travis, who put it on his list. He is would you go as far as to call yourself a fan?
A big metal fan.
Okay. Fan of this band at all?
Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely. Saw them at Grass Pop a couple years back.
They play any of these songs?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And where's Grass Pop?
In Dessel, Belgium. Waited 4 hours with a buddy did not move to get as close to the stage as we could, and it was so worth it.
That is commitment.
If y'all have never watched any of their live stuff, like their stage setup is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
feel
mean,
like I've
it's
seen a clip.
yeah, it's like every single song has like a full stage overhaul.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'll show you at some point.
Pretty wild scene, grass pop.
Oh yeah, it was definitely something I'd do again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, had a blast.
Well, what do you? We talk a lot about strong finishes. What do you think of the opening number for this album?
I liked Invaders. I mean, I think it's kind of a rehash of Invasion from a previous Maiden album.
Okay.
Which, to your point about the people claiming they were satanic, I think this was the song that like triggered that whole deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Invaders.
Yep. I like the song. You can definitely tell it's from something previous. I think especially in the chorus. You know, it has a really different sound compared to everything else on the album.
Yeah, kind of almost like a... Yeah, it reminds me a tiny bit of like a Rush thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Steve Harris, the bass player, is so loud on everything. I mean, he's a fantastic bassist, but like...
Yeah.
I mean, especially in this song, it's right out of the gate, just crazy bass lines and so prominent in the mix. I think he was the main songwriter on pretty much everything.
Really? The bass player?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I'd say next to Bruce Dickinson, he's probably the most well-known Maiden person.
Yeah.
But
what's interesting is wow, there's a loud whistle. They're not like super heavy or dark
No,
to me. Like,
not
I
at
don't
all.
think so either.
Like,
I always felt like it was a history lesson every time I listened to it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Honestly.
Yeah.
Right. But there's not really that like sinister or satanic sound to them.
No.
It's those album covers.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, it's
really help
the
people.
imagery, the
Really-
artwork.
I
Yeah.
love their album
Brilliant
covers. by the
marketing.
way.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
want to get kids' attention?
Yeah.
Show them skeletons.
Yep. You want
And-
parents to tell their kids you're not listening to this.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah,
Smart
and
move on their part.
Adrian Smith played a like a Strat style guitar forever.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
I could see that. Yeah, the guitars are not that.
I think it was a Charvel San Dimas. Like he's got his own signature model now, but yeah, he plays Strat.
I always feel like the drummer gets the short change when I listen to this genre, and I thought that the drums in this song just hit me right away.
Oh yeah, and this is the last album with Clive before I think Nico McBrain, which he's pretty well known in the metal community.
Nico McBrain.
Yeah,
That is a cool name.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
sick name
He's-
for a metal
he's-
drummer.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Too.
I like this drummer. He might have been my favorite part of the band.
Yeah, he's solid. A lot of, I mean, especially in the first song too, like tons of pentatonic, real bluesy sounding stuff.
But
minor.
Yeah, I mean I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
but like it also sounds very like metally and
Oh, yeah.
shreddy to me.
Sure, right. There's a formula here
Mm-hmm.
on a lot of these.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that track, I always thought Steve Harris was the standout, the bass by a mile.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, like you said, this is Bruce Dickinson's debut album with Maiden.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like his voice.
Oh yeah, he's a
even
hell
out,
of a good singer.
even
I think he kind of oversings a little bit.
Don't like the
there's a
wail.
lot of vibrato.
Mhm.
Kind of reminds me of Heart. Is it
Ann Wilson.
Nancy or Ann?
Nancy's a guitarist.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Just too much vibrato kind of annoys me.
Opera.
It's a little over dramatic. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously he's got good range.
Mhm. I think Bruce co-wrote or wrote "Children of the Damned," the next song,
Yeah.
and I think it was influenced by a Sabbath song, "Children of the Sea."
Okay.
It's where he drew inspiration for that.
Yeah.
I love the chorus on this song.
I do too.
And I know...
I was going to say, if you hate the vibrato, it's probably torturous.
I'm sorry,
apologies, fan.
I love Dickinson holding the
I do too, man. I do too.
Sound.
I do too.
It's had that... slower by comparison to Invaders.
Right.
I love when they shifted higher after the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
The shriek of a guitar solo.
Always thought, too, like, there's a lot of Metallica songs that I feel like drew influence from this. Like, any of the clean stuff, really, like Unforgiven and, you know...
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, just that kind of clean...
Yeah. So like maybe a slight effect on there, like a flange or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kind of just a minor chord.
Fade to black. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I love Children of the Damned. I thought Bruce sounded awesome on it. I like when the pace picks up mid-song.
Me too.
The gallop begins.
Yes.
Did y'all notice the hi-hat work in this too? Just insanely fast.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but
light speed.
I definitely noted that the drummer had some serious
like
shots.
There's no way I could move my hands that fast ever.
Yeah.
Prisoner, that's a song that I've always skipped, honestly. I never really cared for this one. I think Bruce wrote this one too.
What are they doing? I think there's a show or they're on like British TV called The Prisoner.
The intro,
the audio for that.
Right.
That did nothing. I thought some of the lyrics
added no value here.
I actually had some of the lyrics written down that I thought were just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, the beat's okay. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's skip for me.
Didn't mind the drum intro.
Yeah.
There's that weird the moment where like the rest of the band broke off, and I believe it's Adrian and Dave Murray that just kind of play like by themselves for a while. Which it was kind of interesting, and I might have been reaching for something.
Yeah,
pointing
right.
That out, but
I feel the same way with that song. It's never grown on me.
No,
ever.
I don't see it. Yeah.
What'd you think about 22 Acacia Avenue?
Okay, is this... I know Adrian Smith was in a band, Urchin was the name. Isn't this the one that he wrote with that other group?
Yeah, I think he said this was like the second song in the series of like about harlots or something. Yeah.
Okay.
With the first one being from Something in Urchin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it kind of dragged a little after the solo, but the build up to that I thought was pretty fun.
Right, fun solo, some solid parts, but overall,
I didn't take it terribly seriously once I read that. I also wanted to ask y'all ever heard anything by Urchin?
No,
I have not actually.
I meant to look for something and I couldn't find anything.
Great name.
I love the name of that band.
Urchin.
I love that name.
That might be the best part about them. If I were to guess.
Yeah.
It's a distinct possibility.
Right.
Distinct possibility.
So then you get into the title track.
Yes.
Number of the Beast.
It's almost hard to write stuff for this one because I've heard it so many times.
Had you heard this pre-Guitar Hero?
No, I had not.
I don't think I had.
This was my intro to it.
Honestly, I don't think I had either.
Yeah.
I think, so Rock Band introduced me to Run of the Hills.
Yep.
And then Guitar Hero to Number of the Beast.
Yeah, I don't know where else I would have heard it because, like, you know, I didn't grow up a metal fan, you know.
That was about the time I started. I mean, those games kind of led me into that. But yeah, both of those I hadn't heard prior.
I think, you know, I'm not like a big metal guy, but Number of the Beast is a solid metal song.
Yeah.
The opening guitar part still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Just the build to the scream.
I used to think that the Revelation quote at the start was a little too just gimmicky.
Played out.
Yeah, but I appreciate it now. I think it's okay. I think it fits.
I do too. I have a mixed opinion of this album because it is such a, I mean, it's an early album for them. It's a big album for them, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah.
And like, I've heard Number of the Beast so many times. I mean, it's a good song. It just, I don't know. It's never on my rotation at this point.
What is your favorite album of theirs?
Power Slave,
What year did that come out?
84. So you've got this, then Peace of Mind, which big song from that's
Yeah.
The Trooper, which I'm sure y'all have heard.
Yep.
Yeah, you played it for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then Power Slave. And Power Slave's the one that's got the giant, pyramid on the front.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that.
I've seen that.
And that album, to me, is just, it's phenomenal.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you remember that? This is a stupid comment, so I'll let you go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to say, I didn't have, because again, like you said,
Right.
I've heard this thing so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I also didn't need to listen to it to write down my thoughts. I am glad I listened to it, though, because Steve Harris, and I picked up on this with the headphones, destroying it. He
Oh
is
my gosh.
unsung hero of
Dude.
this song. Oh my
Guitar
god.
player?
Bassist.
Bass
Okay,
player.
okay.
Oh my god.
And that guy never played with a pick.
Oh god.
He's like one of the first 3-finger
He
gallon,
must
like
have
light speed, dude.
ripped
Just,
his fingernails off. Oh my gosh.
he played so hard
Oh my
and
god.
so fast.
Yes.
Like,
Shocking.
this machine.
I played this song over a couple times going through this album to get to his part where I
Yeah.
could make it out on the
Right.
headphones. It was,
Like I said, he's so prominent in the mix on all these too, which I like because I mean he's a hell of a bass player.
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. I didn't particularly care for the guitar player. Like, I didn't think his solos were that interesting, but like, I think the rhythm section was the stronger part.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of the
Yeah.
song.
This album doesn't have a lot of like really any of my with the exception of one, any of my favorite solos from
Yeah.
either guitarist.
Uh-huh. Or have they been like constants in the
Yeah,
band?
for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I would
it's
say so.
Adrian and who's the other one?
Adrian Smith and what's his face? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude.
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
How were they live, by the way?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They sound great.
Dave Murray. Sorry.
Yeah. My dumb comment was going to be, do you remember that YouTube channel of the guy who would do hand farts and play songs?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
He did The Trooper.
That's right.
Oh,
And it's like so fast.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Look that up.
It's a solid
Kids.
watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Would watch again. But yeah, Number of the Beast. I mean, it's a classic, essential Maiden song. Run to the Hills, kind of the same deal.
I love the opening to this song
Yeah.
so much.
The drums are like once the guitar kicks in.
Both, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Leading up to that first chord. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I get a lot of like Spinal Tap or Tenacious D vibes from these guys.
A little bit.
Just very over the top.
Oh yeah.
Theatrical.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Bruce is all about that.
Yeah, and I don't love it, so maybe that's why I preferred like the Metallica album to this,
Mhm.
or even the Death one. I mean, I think Death one was the most musically interesting metal album we've done.
I bet you would like Power Slave a lot better than this.
Okay.
I think it's way more technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this isn't that like crazy technical. I mean, it takes chops to play that fast, but musically it sounds like, I don't know, just kind of like a hard rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
For some reason, the chorus on "Run to the Hills" has always kind of lost me a little bit.
It's a little
Janky.
Well, I don't know. I was just gonna say maybe a little. It's kind of poppy. Almost.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like real soft for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the solo, like the backing music during the solos in this.
I liked the solo in this song.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
And so, was that your exception where you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I don't know, but like the gallop throughout, and then the solos, the backing part, and then the build up to the just the climb.
Yeah.
That's very Tenacious D. Don't they do something like that?
They probably pulled it from these guys.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's all it all bleeds into
Yeah.
the other thing.
Yeah.
So we were talking about on the last video how like changing track listings
Mhm.
could sway an album. Gangland was the B-side they decided to put with Run to the Hills, and all of them like instantly regretted it. Like chose the wrong song. They're like, we should have never put that on there.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the problem?
They just didn't like it. They were like, man, we could have picked such a better song
Oh, they
to be
could
the
have picked
B-side.
like Number of the Beast or something.
No, it was oh my gosh, Total Eclipse is the song that they were going to use. They were between Gangland and Total Eclipse, and they picked this, and they instantly were like, dude, what did we do?
Because they didn't think it was good.
Just didn't like it, didn't fit.
Yeah.
And
What do you
truth be
think?
told, I've always skipped Gangland.
I mean,
It's okay.
I think
just,
it's fine.
Solid solos. I just never fell in love with this
Didn't
song.
make much of an impression on me.
Mhm.
I like the drum intro.
I'm fine with it being there. Honestly, I didn't think it brought down the album at all.
Yeah.
I mean, better.
It was just there though.
Yeah. That's
But hallowed be thy name.
hell of a finish.
The ultimate finish. That's
Shortest 7-minute song I've ever heard.
It's my favorite from the album. It's in my top 5 Maiden songs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got everything.
Yeah.
The story of it is cool. I don't know.
I love the opening.
Yeah.
The ominous tone to it.
This and on Power Slave, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, these two, I don't know, they kind of remind me of each other in the sense that they're just epics. They're so long and there's a story that's told with them.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of Maiden stuff I like. I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just showcases Bruce. Like we said, it's his first album, and this song is I think they've played this in every set list they've ever done with the exception of 2 shows.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think they love this song.
Did they close with it?
I don't remember what they closed with, but yeah, I think so. Maybe.
I was surprised by how short the guitar solo
Yeah,
was. On the 7-minute song, I was very surprised.
Right.
I think I would have been okay if he had gone a little longer, honestly.
This was the first Maiden song outside of the stuff on Games that I had heard that I really liked.
Yeah.
And it's always had kind of a special place for me.
You still like it?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's never gotten old.
Yeah, I had heard it before, probably through you.
Mm-hmm. Lots of vibrato.
Yeah.
Lots of vibrato.
And sometimes he kind of lightens up on it.
I think it fits in this song a lot better though than the others. There's a place for it here.
Yeah, it's a more dramatic
Right.
sounding song,
Right.
versus a song whatever Avenue.
22 Acacia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. You don't have anything else on that one?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I think of Iron Maiden too, that is kind of the song that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really influential song, I think, too.
Yeah, I can hear influences or how it would influence Metallica maybe.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just kind of how it starts off. It starts off kind of with a clean guitar.
Right.
And then that kind of leads into, a galloping, chugging riff.
Yeah. Definitely. What do you think overall?
I would knock this a solid 7 out of 10. I think the Prisoner is a bit of a come down.
Yeah.
And, Gangland is a little just kind of nondescript. But the thing is that this album, I felt like I just flew through it. I mean, this is about 35, 30,
40 minutes.
40 minutes. It didn't feel like that at all. I felt like it. I mean, maybe it's just because they,
especially running through it. I feel like we just blew through that.
Yes, I mean, this speed being a recurring element for them. I mean, it paces up. Fitting. Yeah.
What genre of metal is this?
I would just say heavy metal.
Avant metal.
Avant metal.
Yes.
Yeah. No, just
speed metal.
Just heavy metal.
They let you know off the start what you were in for, and I thought that they ended it perfectly.
Right.
So yeah.
I give it a 7 too.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't know. It's got a lot of the big hits, but they're not songs that I love.
Yeah.
With the exception of How I Be That Name. That's the one track I'd keep from it.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't
think,
know. It depends on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
It just overall, it's got some down moments.
Yeah.
So I give it a 7.
I think Children of the Damned might have actually been my favorite song.
Yeah, it's a great
I
song.
really like that one.
Real ballady.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
It is over the top, like you say,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Graham?
I would give it a 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Not really my thing.
Get you.
But I mean, they've got good players and everything. I see the appeal. Be a fun live show.
Yeah.
But just not something I'd go back and listen to really.
Understood.
Yeah.
I think I'd feel okay recommending this album to people.
I would definitely. Somebody just kind of getting into metal, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like start here.
Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
You're right. There are pop elements to this.
Yeah,
that
it's
are
really not
surprising.
Heavy.
Yeah.
The perception of them is a little warped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
no,
goes
for
back
sure.
to them
It's like
being-
the imagery,
You
the
got-
artwork
Yeah.
is what's
Freaking-
heavy, or metally.
Because Black Sabbath to me is so much darker. And
Oh,
heavier.
yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
And
for
they
sure.
came out 10 years before.
For sure.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, and you've got people carrying freaking crosses to their
Yeah.
concerts, shit like that.
It's if you've ever seen Bruce Dickinson, he just is the happiest looking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to,
He's a pilot, right?
yeah, the guy does it all. And I mean, playing live, he's just cheesing the whole time, full sprinting all over the place. So yeah, the whole dark and down, it just,
Right.
not really.
No.
They were clean as can be.
Yeah.
Pretty
just
much.
nothing.
Yeah, they're just kind of nerdy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's always in safari gear.
Teddy Roosevelt
Yeah,
outfit.
there
Cool
you go.
look.
There you go.
It's a bold fashion statement.
Could it
Right.
still hit the notes when you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
It's always
always-
amazed me. Maiden
Yeah.
has a massive fan base.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me.
Humongous.
That does not
Yeah.
surprise me at all.
They could fill. I mean, when I saw them at Grass Pop, I think there were 200,000 people, 180,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear every person at that show was seeing. Nobody was eating food or at their
Yeah,
tents or
yeah.
watching another band.
They
It
were
was
there for the show.
180,000 people there to watch
Yeah.
Maiden.
That sounds like a
As
good time.
far as the eye could see.
Yeah.
If
And it's everyone was singing every word to every song, just fanatical.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like they put on a hell of a show.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what you gotta do, man.
They're in the top 3 of the great metal bands.
It's weird. They just have a crazy legacy.
Yeah.
They're not the most technical or the best,
Mhm.
that's all pretty subjective.
Sure.
But-
sure.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten that sense for sure.
Huge.
Metallica's huge. Iron
Mhm.
Maiden's huge.
Huge.
I can't really think of others that are kind of
Sabbath is huge.
Still,
Judas Priest
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah.
Those are, I would say, Sabbath, Priest, Maiden.
Yeah, the
That
Sabbath
time
thing's
period.
confusing because it's there's Ozzy and then there's Sabbath.
Right. And there's Sabbath with Dio.
That's right.
oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I thought he was a solo artist.
he was also.
Was that did he do Holy Diver before or after he was in Sabbath?
He was in
Rainbow.
In Rainbow, yeah, that's right.
In Rainbows.
In hot in Rainbows. Is that on our list?
Oh, very possibly. It should be.
Yeah. Well, Stefan,
Yeah, guys.
sign us out, man.
Alrighty. Well, if you're still with us, thank you for joining us for we'll walk through Iron Maiden's album. Like, subscribe, share this episode where you can if you want to. And if you don't, watch it anyway and come back to see us. We'll see you.